Do you talk about that? Is there a YouTube video where you dive into that story anywhere?
I'm sure I've dived into it. It's just, it's nothing I'm embarrassed or ashamed about, right? I think the big thing that about our stories is that they're just stories. They're just stories, you guys. Like, it's just who you are. Like, it is what it is. Like, you're not gonna make everybody happy. Not everybody's gonna love you. I'm sure I don't know. I think during COVID I shared a lot more of it, and then I kind of got out of it, the sharing of that personalized story. But I'm sure if you look hard enough, I don't know where to find it. I'm not the tech guy in my company, um, but I'm sure it's somewhere out there. But
Yeah.
I do share it with clients, and it's actually going to come up. I'm glad this is being released in June because we're having a live summit for our clients. We I haven't shared with them ever why I went to jail.
Yeah.
I've
Well, I
shared that
think
I
it's a
spent
powerful
time,
story.
but
I would
we're
encourage
going
you
to
to
share
put
it with
that in a
them.
video, man. That would be a great story to hear if you're willing to tell it.
Yeah.
Well, let me ask you another question. You've been in sales since you were 17. So what made you fall in love with the process, and what's kept you so passionate through the ups and downs?
We are, this is a sale right now, right? You're selling your audience to give their time to listen to us banter about things that may or may not be important to them. And it's a sale. And every sentence, every thing that we share is either one follower falls off or it's one person shares with somebody else. And everything we do is in sales. My father's a doctor. He prescribes not medication, he prescribes wellness, right? So he's trying to teach people to go from the typical pharmaceutical to having a bag of vitamins everywhere they go so that they feel better. They're healthier. They're eating better. They have more energy, right? They're not having the 4 or 5 different things, right? But he's got to sell them on wanting to change what they've been told their whole life. And so at 17, I sold Cutco. And I remember my manager, he said, Vic, if you remember this, it's a 42-page document. If you memorize this referral script, hey, Mrs. Jones, I can only show Cutco to people I've been personally recommended to, but I can only show, Mrs. Jones, how'd you like the presentation? Oh, you were so cute, blah, blah, blah. Awesome. Hey, I can only show Cutco to people I've been personally recommended to. So what I need to do while I'm cleaning up, right? I memorized that at 17 and I got a ton of referrals. And then I memorized the other 10 pages he told me. And he said, over the next 30 days, you're going to memorize the whole thing. I just went into my bathroom and hotboxed the bathroom. And every time I memorized a page, I took a hit. Memorized a page, I took a hit. Memorized a page, got drunk. And I just was like a 17-year-old, like young, lost kid. But I made like 2 grand that first week. I worked at my parents' restaurant for $7 an hour. I made more that first week than I would have made all summer long working 40 hours a week. And I was like, this is crazy. And then I became a manager at 18. They said, hey, you are super into the office. You like seeing other people grow. Do you want to run your own office? And I'm like, are you kidding me? So 18, 2000, I had 47 people that decided to join me and I taught them how to sell. And years later, they came back and be like, this was the best summer ever. And we learned more from you than we learned from our MBA and our masters. Like, thank you for being online so we could find you. We were nervous, we were introverted, we were scared. And I'm like, all I did was teach you guys like this basic script that I didn't know any of the technology inside of it. I didn't know any of the psychology. I didn't know any of the tie downs. I didn't know what any of that was. I just knew that if you followed it, said what it said, had a little bit of personality, we role played in practice, we joked around, we cut some food, cut some leather, people made money and they got a great product. And then I started to study it as I got older, not until like I was in my 30s. And I was like, holy crap, this is a science. And it's a learnable science that the most introverted or the most extroverted person in the world can learn, and it changes their lives.
Yeah. Hey there, it's the real Jason Duncan. Thank you for watching this video. If you are an entrepreneur and you've ever thought about what it's going to be like when you get ready to exit your business, I'm the guy you want to follow. So make sure that you've subscribed to this channel and go check out the link in the description, therealjasonduncan.com. Check out the resources I've got for people just like you, as an entrepreneur who's trying to get his life back, get her life back, get your time and freedom back. We've got a couple other videos you might be interested in. There's one here and there's one here. If that's what you want as an entrepreneur, if you're being trapped in your business, then I can help you get out of that. So go to therealjasonduncan.com. The link is in the description and check out one of these videos. I'll see you next time.